What's up, Foundation? What's up, YouTube? If you rocking with me, I'm rocking with you. And that's how we get down on the New Jack crew. Yeah, we gonna make money, not excuses. Man, just shout out to a couple of people I be watching, man. You know we do. Anyway, we're gonna get back in it. Tell y'all what y'all want to know. Give y'all the insight. Man, it's my bad for not having nothing for y'all yesterday, but today is a new day. We got a little something for you. So, gonna start it like this. First of all, let me give you a little insight on Chocolate Drop. I know the way I told the story, I made it seem like that happened quick, but that was over a period of months. Like, that took a while. It took a while for me to even get to talking to her. You know what I'm saying? Like the other situation that happened with them, that just popped off real quick. So like I said, old girl used to come in my room and bring me their food. And then I woke up one day and it just went down right there in the cell. The other situation was me seeing her and not even saying nothing to her, then chopping it up with her and getting on that level and then going there. Like, it wasn't no situation where it was like I was paying. It probably been paying or something. Then it probably could have happened faster. But I was finessing, talking and slick talking and pimp talking. But I told y'all it was another story I was gonna get y'all to. So let's get to that. So, do y'all know what a Dear John letter is? Let me tell you what a Dear John letter is first of all. A Dear John letter is one of the letters you get when you locked up. Just explaining that, look, I'm moving on. I got to go and cut you loose. I got to, bam, I got to let go. I got to do this. I done found somebody. I'm moving to this. It's that bad news letter. So, I don't know this inmate name, but for today, we going to call him Max. So, inmate Max had got this letter, I guess, and it was a Dear John letter. I'm not sure what type, but I want to say I'm thinking his girl had left him. I was a step down at the time. So this is a Hope Squad inmate, and they go out on the Hope Squad. If you don't know what Hope Squad is, it is not nothing sexual. Hope Squad is the garden hoe, and the Hope Squad is when they see you out there working the field with the tools, the garden tools. On the Hope Squad, you might have a sling blade. Excuse me. Right here. Yeah, so you might have a sling blade, you might have a garden hoe, you might have, ain't no telling. There's all kind of stuff out here. You might have a metal rake. But everybody's gonna be out here working, getting the grass. And I told y'all about this earlier when I was talking about when I first got the Hope Squad. But this ain't one of them type of situations. This is a situation where dude got out here, and I'm guessing he was in his feeling, and he didn't want to continue on living the way he was living. So what he did was what we like to call S-aside. That's not the word, but think about it. S-aside by cop. And usually when a person do that, they is trying to get the police to do something that they too scared to do themselves. So in this particular day, what happened was, dude and them went out on Hope Squad, and they were out there working. A couple hours go by, and I guess, I don't know, dude got drove out there. You know, they'll drive your ass too. But I don't know if they was out there driving dude, or was dude out there driving himself just thinking about that letter. But some type of way he got it in his head that he was going to take out running. And he wasn't running to get away. This man, from what I'm hearing, was actually running back towards the prison. Now, when you on Hope Squad, you outside the prison in one of these big-ass fields. But dude is out here, and he took out running. Now, usually what happens when you take off running is the Hope Squad riders track you down and pop you. they'll pop you. And it's usually not to kill you. It's usually just to knock your leg off and make you think about it for a couple years. Give you something to think about for the rest of your life. That ain't what happened. When dude took off running, the whole squad rider, that's why I say it's weird, because they knew what was going on. They knew he was trying to get them to do that. And they wouldn't react. So they sat back on their horses. And yeah, think about all the Coast Guard riders are sergeants. They lieutenant come out there in a truck. So the lieutenant is out there when it goes down. The lieutenant reacted. He didn't shoot Buddy. He smashed the gas and plowed his man down in the field like some corn stalks. So Buddy's out there in the field like a corn stalk that just got plowed down. He laying there. The Kool-Aid is trickling down. And once again, they called a helicopter to come airlift this dude. When the helicopter got there, he wasn't there no more. You know, I can't say the words, but you know. Plan had came together and dude was out of there. So this is how I get to school. After they locked the unit down, and the Coast Guard riders got to come in there and they got to write their statements and do all this, and they trying to get their story together. They in there talking, and we in there listening. Me, Muhammad, and I think Gary and Rattler might have been rotating in and out. In the daytime, we all be through there. You know what I'm saying? Cleaning up, cooking, getting us something. Because we don't eat. We don't eat in the chow hall with everybody else. We shoot the staff down and eat, put some seasoning and some stuff on the grill. So, while we sitting over there, they going through the store, and they like, the Coast Guard riders, this is the first time I really seen them have some emotion. They sitting here talking about how they knew the dude was trying to, you know what I'm saying, commit that exercise, and they didn't want to help him. But they were like, man, they just didn't understand what made Lou, which is lieutenant, smash that gas and take off on dude like that. And they were thinking, everybody was like, because they didn't think that's what dude was doing when he took off. And this here, this is medication. But they didn't think that's what dude was doing when he took off. But he was. And he did. And it was sad. It's like, we didn't take that as hard as some more people. There's one dude that got knocked off. I'm going to tell y'all about that later on. That was like towards the end of my time. And it just happened to be the same dude that my boy Lil T was talking about. When he was talking about, man, what he seen that made him not ever want to put himself in a position to go back to prison. And it's the same dude, the last dude I seen get knocked. And it was sad because, I'm going to tell y'all the story later on. I don't want to get too much right now. Anyway, so this dude, he didn't make it to the helicopter. The Coast Guard riders in there telling all the business. Well, they ain't telling it, but they talking about it. They discussing it. And when Lieutenant come in, so he want to try to get his story straight. So when he come in, they tell us we got to go. Well, he tell us we got to go. He like, we need to get them convicts out of here so we can get our story straight. They looked at us, we already know shit. Throw the towel in, it's time to go. It's time to go. So, that's what happened with that. Now, back to me and Chocolate Drop. The way me and Chocolate Drop got in was, we talking one day, and she was telling me that she didn't feel like being at work because as soon as she got off work, she had to go report to drill for the weekend. I'm like, drill? She was like, yeah, she in the military. I'm like, oh yeah, that's what's up. So she get to telling me that she was a 92 Yankee. And she did her basically in South Carolina, did her AIT in Virginia. So I'm telling her, man, I'm a 92 Yankee. I did my basic in South Carolina. I did my AIT in Virginia, Fort Lee. And she was like, man, quit lying. I'm like, if I'm lying, then how I know that it's Fort Jackson, South Carolina, Fort Lee in Virginia? And she was like, you was not a 92 Yankee. I was like, yeah, right there in Mike Company, the Wolfpack. And she was like, what? And I'm like, man, you done been to the same company. We done ate in the same chow hall. We done been in the same buildings and everything. And she like, boy, but that probably was so long ago. I'm like, nah, it was like a year and a half ago. It really was more than that because I had been, and I had did 2 years in the county. So it probably had been about 3 years. About 3 years. But anyway, we got talking about that. And that's how we got cool. The first time the first time she ever spoke to me and made me feel like it was comfortable for me to talk to her was, and I told y'all, yeah, I used to be the haircut, and I used to be the barber. I carried through one day, and I used to smooth my hair down with soap, state soap. It worked like wave grip when you try to put the waves in your hair just a little faster. I need to put something in my head now. Anyway, fresh out work. Leave me alone. So, where was it? Oh yeah, my hair. So I was the barber, which raising the comb anyway. So I didn't put the soap in my hair. I done smooth my hair down, got it slick down to my forehead. I get the razor, and I put that razor line in the jack and hit the hallway. Now I did it because I had a visitation coming. I had a visit. But when she seen, she was like, "Ooh, you're so handsome." I was like, "Oh, appreciate you." She was like, "Who didn't cut your hair? Cause I can tell you care about yourself and you take care of yourself up in here. I ain't seen nobody with a razor line but you." I'm like, "Shit, I did this." She's like, "With what?" I'm like, "Shit, a razor." I ain't know what a razor line was. It was my first time hearing of it. I just like having this Steve Harvey line. I used to hit the gentleman with the razor. But that's how the conversation popped off. Was her talking to me in the hallway that day on my way to visitation about my hair. And then we got talking about the military supply. All that good stuff. Because she used to tell me that she planned on going active army. That's how she said. That's how she ended up working in prison because of the background she had in the military. So that's how that happened. Now, like I say, it was a time period. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't no overnight thing that she did that. When it happened, like I say, that num happened 3 times. But that third time, it was the yum yum. I got the yum yum. Now, this is what messed me up. And I'm sorry I'm rushed through. I might have to come back one day and break all these stories down and give y'all more details. But my boy Ratliff, and I used to call Ratliff my vice president, even though I really was trying to be like him, from what I had heard, even though he had gave me the scoop. And the thing is, y'all got to realize, his baby mama that he put a baby in prison got 2 sisters that still work in this prison. One of them working the max, and one of them is like the sergeant over all the laundry. And the one that's in the laundry mean as hell. Now, one day, I don't remember what it was, but she did something that made me nervous because she was supposed to react mean, and she didn't. And I was like, hold on, this ain't funny. So, and see, it was another woman used to do me like that. Miss Esau. Red bone, Creole. She real light skinned, got hazel green eyes. Long, like her hair ain't black. It's kind of like almost grayish, like my little sister hair. Not like right like this. Miss Esau was mean. Boy, Miss Esau used to cuss dudes out for no reason. I'm saying, you used to come down the hall, you couldn't even look at that woman. And then the thing about it was, she was so pretty that you had guards would do something to you, you know what I'm saying, for looking at this woman. Because she that bad. Thing is, when the guards wasn't getting it. A couple of them was probably, but all of them wasn't. And all of them, every dude that worked in the prison was going crazy over the problem, man. But she was hella mean. Mean to me. Until I got staffed down, and then she used to come in there trying to be nice. Because she used to work on the door, too. And they used to throw me off. But I ain't gonna lie. And y'all can talk all the shit you want to talk. I know somebody gonna have something to say. Nigga, I was scared of Miss Esau. I was not for to attempt it. I wasn't gonna try it. I wasn't gonna shoot my shot. I wasn't gonna lay up, nigga. It wasn't no free throw, no pass me the ball, none of that. I just be looking with the side eye like shit. Yeah, like I said, we used to do the nurse like. Then Miss Esau had a little junk on her too. You know what I'm saying? Just like the red bone. The red bone that was on the door had a little junk on her. Now, Chocolate Drop was slim. She was slim thick, but that was my Chocolate Drop. So, so we're going to have to get back to all that. Right now, let me finish up the story of Chocolate Drop. It's a doozy. So, after I got the yum yum with the num num. I got the num num with the yum yum. I'm kind of wide open. Kind of wide open, you know what I'm saying? This time it's like, because you got to realize, at this point I've been locked up probably about 5 years. Yeah, I've probably been locked up about 5 years. I'm thinking about that because I was just talking about how long it had been since I had been to that Army base. Shit, now it had been longer than 2 years. I did 2 years in the county. Then I came and went to Varna. Then I went to Varna, from Varna to Newport. Shit, in between that, I went to Bentonville and Diagnostic. Anyway, from Newport to Little Tucker back to Newport, Newport to Bricky's Max to Bricky's, where I'm at now. So let's move on. Now, in this immediate time after I done got to Yum Yum, I'm wide open. I'm smitten. I'm writing kites. I'm playing in futures. As you know, that's me. Y'all, you gonna hear about the relationship stories. That's me. That's how I am. So I'm like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? I can see myself with her when we get out. And you know what I'm saying? Anything good. And then, you know what I'm saying? So, this is where I'm at with it. This is where my mind frame at. But I'm going along my day. Doing my time. And they switched everything. You know, the guards got to rotate. So what happened was, Miss Esau ended up on the hallway where the chow hall is. Chocolate Drop ended up on my door. Red Bone ended up way down the hallway. She down there where Muhammad stayed, down that hallway. On the main hall. So, everything copacetic. Oh yeah, this is what happened. So one day I get called out to go to staff dining, but it ain't my work time. So I'm like, the hell they want me down here for? Damn. I'm thinking I'm in trouble or something. So I get down there, and the first thing I notice when I walk through the door is all the tables is on this side, the front side. I walk on a little bit more, I see all the chairs blocking the other side. So I'm like, damn. I know I'm not about to, I ain't had no schedule, no. So I'm coming in, I'm like, Rat, bro. He like, oh shit, what's up, bro? What's up, bro? He like, yeah, man, do me like I did you. Do me like I did you. I'm like, what you mean? He like, bro, do me like I did you. Stand right here, man. Do me like I did you. You won't do it tonight. You fit to buff the flows and whoop, whoop, man. Don't let nobody back here. I'm like, bro, you got back here. He like, don't even worry. He like, He didn't say nothing. He just, nope. So I'm like, shit, all right, bro, I got you. So I'm standing in front, and I'm just standing like I'm working, like I'm on duty. You know what I'm saying? Somebody come in, I'm gonna let them know, hey, man, we got the buffing flows tonight, bro. Y'all ain't gonna be eating here. You know, so you want something to eat, I'll cook it for you, but you're gonna have to go back to the job site. So I handle that business, and I know, well, I don't know what y'all thinking, but just in case y'all thinking that we is in here making love, no. Man, you might get 10 minutes. If you get 10 minutes, you can got a long time. And I'm not no quick dude. In prison, things were a little bit different. But I'm not no quick dude. So when I was getting mine, and it was over with. Rat was the same way. He was back there probably about 7 to 10 minutes. And then he give me the signal. I bounced. When he give me the signal, I bounced, went back to the barracks. So I still, you know what I'm saying, didn't know. I found out who it was, but I still didn't know who he was back there knocking off. So I get back to the barracks. Chocolate drop on the door. She let me back in. She like, Dad, that wasn't long. I was like, nah, they just needed me. Got to be help do something real quick. And they were like, they need you to help do something. And I was like, yeah. And she was like, what you doing, buffing the floor? And I bust out laughing. I'm like, what you talking about? She was like, yo, y'all down there buffing, ain't you? I'm like, yeah, we was buffing. She's like, nigga, y'all wasn't buffing shit. So I'm like, hold on, she know. Like, how the fuck you know? Now I got to tell Rattler, say, bro, I don't know who you had back there. But whoever did run their mouth, because my bitch know. And I'm going to have to explain to him, look, bro, because she was talking to me about, oh, y'all was down there buffing the floor. Yeah, I know y'all buffing the floor. Y'all wasn't buffing no damn floor. And since she the one came up with the idea, I'm thinking, yeah, she goddamn me knew what it was. So later on I found out, and this was I was in the max when I found out that who we had back there was Redbone. Sleep motherfucker. So this is what happened. After that, Chocolate Drop didn't come back to work. Like, I ain't see her none that next day, and the next shift. She worked by dope. So I was supposed to be seeing her. I'm waiting to see her. I'm looking to see her. I'm waiting to, you know what I'm saying? We do have our conversations and shit. So, because now she on the door is even conversations getting even better. I can stay up all, you know what I'm saying, all night. I came in the barracks one day, and I was coming. I don't know where I was coming from. I don't even think I was coming from work. But when I came in, she was on the door. She was back. But she was talking to somebody, a guard from across the hallway. Because they guard across the hallway got 2 doors. 2 barracks on this side. Then she got these 2 barracks on this side. So I go jump and grab my shit and jump in the shower. When I jump out the shower, I go down in my rack. And they come down like, hey, bro, your girl wants you. I'm like, what you talking about? You're like, nigga, your girl wants you. I'm looking like, nigga, what you talking about? Like, trying to play it out like, nigga, that ain't my girl. What you talking about? Dude, I'm like, bro, your girl wants you. So I run up front like, what's up? And she don't say shit. She's just looking at me like, and she had the paper. She just put it up on the window. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I could see it. And I was seeing like it was an excuse, a doctor's note for her missing work. Because she had got an abortion. Right. Abortion. Like, what the? So now she looking at me and she about to cry. And I'm looking at her, I'm like, what the? What you trying to? And she looking at me like, I'm just like, what the? So I run back down to my rack. I put the rest of my clothes on. And right now I'm messed up in the heat. And I'm thinking to myself, like, the fuck she mean she ain't got an abortion? Was it mine? So I'm like, damn. Now I'm like, man, I ran back upstairs. And I banged on the door. And she's like, nah, I ain't gonna let you out. Don't come out here and do nothing crazy. And I'm like, man, I'm not finna do nothing. I need to go get me some cigarettes. I'm finna go down the highway and get some cigarettes. So she was like, you promise? And I'm like, yeah, I'm not gonna do nothing to you. So she opened the door, and I come out there, and she kind of like, you know what I'm saying, standoffish, trying to slide back in the doorway of the booth. And I walk past her, and I'm looking at her like, I shoot on down the highway. So where I'm going is down there in Muhammad Burgers. We got some cigarettes. I ain't had none at the time. So the dude I get them from, which is a barber, it's a white dude. He's a barber working in the barber shop. And this is where I get my cigarettes from. So I go down there to the dude, and I'm like, man, I need some cigarettes. I'm at the door, you know what I'm saying? This Redbone, where she is. So I'm on Redbone, though. She let me do what I want to do. Think about it. She just came off my door. She was cool with me down there. So I shot down there, and I'm like, man, look, I need to get some cigarettes from dude. She's like, all right, go ahead. Pop the door. So she popped the door. I'm sitting in the door like, hey, what's up, bro? I need some cigarettes. Like, man, they ain't came in yet. He like, man, I got a couple. I can let you get a couple, you know what I'm saying? I said, man, really, I just need some on some personal shit. There's some bullshit going on, man. I need some cigarettes for the night. He was like, bet, I got you. So he shoot out real quick. I'm standing at the door. Little mama at the door. Like, she done heard the whole conversation. She ain't tripping about none of this. I'm already like I told you, I'm president at the time. So any guard that know me basically let me do what I want to do because I don't really be on no bullshit. I mean, I'm going to do a little bit, but I ain't going to be on no major bullshit. So she let me handle my business. Dude come back, and he got the cigarettes, like, you know what I'm saying, in his hand. They roll up. So he got them like this, and I put them in my hand like this. So when I do that, there's an officer on the other door across the hallway. Now, this officer is like on his first or second day out of being an OJT. He came into class after Chocolate Dropper Redbone. So he just now getting his own door and all this and that. He been running around with everybody else training. I'm thinking with him being new, he not finna come over here and jump in my motherfucking business, especially with the guard over here letting me do whatever I got going on. Man, this chicken hawk, do this shit here from across the hallway. Now my back is to him because I'm hitting the door. She's standing here at the door, standing here holding the door. Like as soon as I walk back this way to my bird, she gonna close the door. But dude standing behind over here looking like, what's that in his hand? What's that? Man, dude ran over there and grabbed my hand, like grabbed my wrist. And I had the squares in my hand like this. And I'm like, bro, let my hand go. What is you doing? He like, what's that in your hand? I said, man, if you let my hand go, I'll show you what's in my hand. So he let my wrist go. And when I opened my hand like this, he seen them cigarettes, but I'm standing in the doorway. And me thinking I'm slick, I'm looking at him like, you see what's in my hand, bro? And he like, yeah, give me them. I'm like, I threw him back in the bird. Go get him. Now, I'm thinking the convicts, the criminals, the inmates, these masterminds, gonna grab the cigarettes, run, flush them, keep them, do whatever you're gonna do. Just don't let the police get them. Guess who's standing right here with the cigarettes in between their feet? The white boy, the barber that I just got the cigarettes from. Now, lo and behold, some would tell you, you got more incentive than anybody else in this barracks to disappear these cigarettes because I got them from you. They might come looking at the rest of your stuff. Get them cigarettes gone, bro. Throw them in the toilet, flush them. All he can do is say, man, but then he gonna try to write me up for some cigarettes. He not gonna have a cigarette. The cigarettes never really made it out the barracks, so they wasn't on the camera. All they can do is show him come over there and grab me. Even if they show him grab me, they ain't gonna really show him grab me. I ain't messed up. So the way this happened is I threw the cigarettes. They landed by dude's foot. This man looked up and say, they not mine, boss. They ain't mine, boss. Bro, you over here bootlicking, bro. So while you bootleg, this man they called for backup. He didn't call for backup like I'm out with that. So they come running. When they get down there, he's sitting there holding me by my arm. He ain't got me handcuffed, but he holding me by my arm. So Sergeant them come down there, Sergeant Randall. Sergeant Randall come down there. What's going on? Damn, Nick, what are you grabbing on you for? This is a sergeant. Black dude. Cool as hell. Me and dude is like this. So I'm knowing I'm gravy. So I come down there. Sergeant come down there like, damn, Nick. What they got you for? So I'm like, man, I don't know what dude got me for. Hold on. So Sarge comes down here. Damn, Nick, what they got you for? And they call me Nick because my last name is Nick. Anyway, so they call me. He like, damn, Nick, what they got you for? I'm like, man, dude tripping. He like, son, what do you do? He like, oh, Sarge, look, Sarge. I caught him trying to pass these cigarettes. I caught him with these cigarettes. He was trying to pass these cigarettes. And Sarge looked, he was like, what? I said, man, exactly, bro. Man, look how lame dude is, man. He said, man, I can't believe you let a OJT get you, Nick. Man, we've been taking bets on who was going to get you. I was trying to get your ass. I'm like, huh? This is messing me up because like I just told you, me and dude is cool. This man is sitting here behind the scenes telling me that I'm the slickest inmate in the prison. That all the guards been trying to catch me. They know what I got going on. They've been making bets on who was going to pop me doing whatever I was doing because they don't know what I'm doing. They just know I'm doing something. And I'm like, man, I really ain't doing nothing. But then I thought about it. I'm like, I really am doing some shit. But I ain't doing what everybody else doing. I'm doing some different shit. So I'm like, man, for real. And the thing about it was, it didn't happen like that. I was in the handcuffs. Dude grabbed me, Sarge, and he was saying all this shit, but he was walking me up. Like, first I kind of thought he was going to walk me to my barracks and let me go, but then we walked past my hallway, and we kept walking. And we went up to the main booth, the main security guard booth. And he got me by my arm. I'm handcuffed behind my back and shit. He takes me to the security guard booth, and he was like, hey, look who I got. And they were like, oh, what? You got Nick? How you get him? And they were like, man, it wasn't me. It wasn't in my work. OJT got it. And they were like, man, you lying. They were like, man, I said the same thing. And I'm like, what? He was like, yeah, bro, we've been taking bets on who. That's when he started telling. He was like, man, we've been taking bets on who was going to get you. I wanted to get your ass. I wanted to get you, Nick. And I'm like, what you mean you want, man, I thought we was straight. He was like, man, you dirty, bro. He said, man, we all know you got something going, bro. We just ain't figured out what it was, and we was trying to get your ass. And you sit here and let an OJT pop you with a cigarette. I said, man, then go on let me go so you can try to get me. He was like, nah, it don't work like that. He was like, nah, it don't work like that. So I go to the hole. I'm sitting in the shower like, damn. And for some reason, I feel like Major not going to come cut me out this time. I'm gone. So everything go down. I'm sitting in the shower. Clank! The door pop. When the door pop, they tell him, dude, hey, grab his property and bring him on. So I'm like, damn, they bringing somebody else in here? So they brought somebody else in here. I'm looking when they walk past the shower. Guess who? Dumb-ass white boy. Right. The motherfucking barber that wouldn't pick up the cigarettes and throw them away. They done popped his ass for what? The goddamn cigarettes. They done popped his dumb ass for the goddamn cigarettes. So, now this is the thing about it. I was mad at dude. They put us in the same cell. I was mad at dude. And yes, we got to fight. I'm going to tell y'all about the fight. And then I'm going to end this story. But I was mad at dude because I felt like, bro, if you would have just picked up them damn cigarettes, if you would have just picked them up and threw them away, bro, put them in the toilet and flushed them. Dude wouldn't have had no evidence, bro. Even if they rolled us up, they would have had to cut us loose because they didn't have no damn cigarettes. And they'd have been like, man, retaliation or whatever. Even if it wasn't retaliation, you wasn't smart enough to get the cigarette. They had no proof. So cut us loose. That's like shaking somebody down saying, oh, well, yeah, we know he had some cigarettes. We ain't find none, but we know he had some. So now, thing is, dude let him get the cigarettes, so we in the hole. And that ain't even what we got to fighting about. I'm going to tell y'all what we got to fighting about. I'm going to sit here like this for a minute and let y'all see. You probably ain't noticed yet, but I'm going to tell you what's up. So, we sitting in the room. Like I told you, I already didn't like dude because and then it's like dude he wasn't one of them cool white dudes, and he wasn't even one of them, he wasn't even an Aryan Nation type white boy. He was one of them nerdy white boys you feel like if this was in the 80s, you would have been a nerdy white girl. One of them type of dudes. He was soft. So, and that ain't why I ain't like him. He talked a lot. He never shut up. He asked a million questions. And the reason we got to fight, I smacked dude. But this is why I smacked him. Because he was like, hey, Nick. Man, you want to know something funny? I'm like, what's up? He said, man, I've been sitting here the whole time waiting on your eyebrows to grow back. And I'm like, the fuck you mean you been waiting on my eyebrows to grow back? And I'm thinking he's like cracking a joke, like he just been looking, waiting to see, my eyebrows don't grow. That's all I got. I don't got none of this on the side. None of this on the side. So that's why I was telling y'all, you see if y'all gonna see it. Anyway, so he like, yeah, man, I've been sitting here this whole time waiting on your eyebrows to grow back. And I'm like, what you mean? And he was like, man, we used to be in the barbershop. Every time you came and got a haircut, we be talking about you. I'm like, talking about me. I be like, man, this motherfucker arching his eyebrows and shit. Man, we thought you were gay or something. You around here arching your eyebrows. He said, man, I've been sitting on here waiting on your eyebrows to go back because I just knew you were cutting them off. I'm like, huh? He said, yeah. And I said, huh? He said, man, I've been... Before he could even get out. Buy out. Man, what you do that for? Buy out. I ain't punching. We sitting in this hole, man. I just smacked him up a couple times. But I'm like, man, first of all, the hell you mean you just gonna tell me to my face that you been sitting here talking behind my back every time I come get a haircut? And then it's on some punk shit? No, sir. You don't do that to nobody. And you really got off lucky because I just smacked you a couple times. The only reason why I did this because we cellmates. We in this cell together. I don't want to be in here whooping you. Ain't no telling what's going to happen. The smack just let you know you were wrong. You were wrong for what you did, and it could have went a lot further, but you had to pay for it some type of way. So you got off easy. Smack, smack. With that, we're going to end the story. Just to let y'all know. I stayed in the Mac. I stayed back there in the hole probably about 60 days. And then they sent me to Mac 6. So when I pick back up, we back in the Max. We're going to be back in the Max. All right. Man, y'all know the motto. Do it the long way, not the wrong way. Try to get y'all another video coming right behind this. Maybe not right behind this, but we're going to get you something else out today. I can guarantee you that. Do it the long way, not the